This is the training video for HIST 1402, American History 1877 present. The course will cover the extensive and intricate history of America from 1877 until the present day. We will primarily examine the significant events, individuals, and beliefs that influenced the nation during this crucial time period. Prepare to deepen your understanding and expand your knowledge of American history. Our journey together will commence with the presentation entitled Reading Reconstruction to Gilded Age. We will explore the books on the shelf and uncover the stories within. On Slide 2 of our presentation on American History 1877, present, we will discuss the period of Reconstruction to the Gilded Age. The readings from chapters 16, 18 of the American Yop of Valdessu will provide us with a comprehensive understanding of the significant changes and challenges that the United States faced during this time. Reconstruction, which lasted from 1865 to 1877, aimed to address issues such as slavery, civil rights, and the reintegration of the former Confederate states in the aftermath of the Civil War. The Gilded Age, which spanned from the 1870s to the 1890s, was a time of rapid industrial and technological growth, but also saw social and political issues emerge, including economic disparity and the fight for women's rights. We look forward to exploring these pivotal events and conflicts in the following slides. Slide number 3 of our presentation covers the period of Reconstruction in American history from 1877 to the present. This was a challenging time as the nation worked to reunify after the Civil War. One major aspect of Reconstruction was the political conflict between President Lincoln and his successor President Johnson, who had a more lenient approach, and the radical Republicans who pushed for a tougher approach. This led to debates and clashes within the government. Another important aspect of Reconstruction was the passing of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, which granted civil rights to all citizens, including freed slaves. The Freedmen's Bureau, an organization dedicated to helping freed slaves, played a significant role in the progress made during this time. However, this progress was met with opposition from groups like the Ku Klux Klan, who used violence and terror to maintain white supremacy. This chapter will also touch on the rebuilding of the South and the integration of freed slaves into society after the Civil War. We will also discuss the different approaches to Reconstruction by the President and Congress. This concludes our brief overview of Chapter 16. Reconstruction, 1865, 1877. We hope this has provided a better understanding of this crucial and tumultuous period in American history. Let's move on to the next slide. In this presentation, we will discuss the key themes that shaped post-war America as it underwent Reconstruction. These themes have not only defined the era, but have also played a significant role in shaping modern-day America. On slide number 4, we see 3 main themes that set the tone for post-war America. The first theme is the struggle between federal and state authority, which has been a contentious issue throughout American history, and was especially relevant during the Reconstruction era. The second theme focuses on the struggles over civil rights and race. Despite legal progress, societal resistance exposed the deeply ingrained racism and political power struggles in American society. The final theme displayed in this slide is the fight for black freedom and the white backlash it faced. The quest for equal rights and freedom for African Americans was met with resistance and backlash from the white community, further highlighting the pervasive issue of racism in America. As we move on to the next slide, we will see how these themes unfolded during the Reconstruction era and the impact they had on American history. Let's delve deeper into these themes and understand their significance in shaping modern-day America. The Gilded Age in American history, which lasted from the 1870s to the beginning of the 20th century, was a time of economic growth in the United States. However, beneath the appearance of wealth and prosperity, this era was plagued by various issues. Corruption was a major problem during this time, with powerful industrial leaders like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller controlling the economy through monopolies, and political figures such as Boss Tweed and the Tammany Hall machine using their influence for personal gain. Additionally, the working class faced challenges such as exploitation and unsafe working conditions, as industrialization and urbanization led to the growth of cities and the influx of new immigrants who were willing to work hazardous and low-paying jobs. This chapter in American history, known as the Gilded Age, covers these topics in more detail, including the rapid industrial growth, rise of monopolies, political corruption, labor unrest, and growth of unions. It also discusses the impact of urbanization and immigration on the development of the United States during this time. Let's continue our journey through this important period in American history and see how it influenced the nation as we know it today. We will now discuss the themes of the Gilded Age, which highlights the contradictions of the era, such as the presence of economic opportunities and extreme inequality. This time period saw the emergence of workers organizing to challenge the status quo and the rise of consumerism shaping American identity. The three main themes explored in this slide are the growth of capitalism and monopolies, the increase in wealth inequality and labor movements, and the development of consumer culture. Understanding and analyzing these themes is crucial in gaining a deeper comprehension of the complexities of the Gilded Age. Let's move on to the next slide for further exploration of these themes. Chapter 18 of American History, 1877, present delves into the impact of industrialization on daily life. The rise of a middle class during this period was accompanied by various struggles. The working poor faced harsh working conditions, and immigrants, who played a crucial role in the growth of industries, experienced hostility and discrimination. The chapter focuses on three key themes: tenement housing and poor working conditions, child labor and exploitation, and immigration and nativism. The increase in factory workers led to a rise in tenement housing in cities. But unfortunately, these dwellings were overcrowded, unsanitary, and lacked basic amenities. Furthermore, the growth of industrialization resulted in the exploitation of child labor, with children as young as 5 years old working long hours for minimal pay. This sparked public outrage and led to the implementation of child labor laws and minimum age requirements for employment. Immigrants from Europe and Asia played a significant role in the growth of industrialization, but they faced hostility and discrimination from Americans. This led to the rise of nativism and the creation of anti-immigration laws. Despite these challenges, there were also reform movements advocating for labor laws and social justice, recognizing the need to address the issues faced by the working class and immigrant communities. This was achieved through legislation and raising public awareness. In conclusion, this chapter highlights the struggles and injustices faced by individuals living in industrial America during this time. It serves as a reminder of the obstacles and sacrifices made to create the modern society we live in today. In slide number 8, we will discuss the themes present in industrial America that shed light on growing awareness of inequality and the emergence of the progressive era. There was a constant tension between those who justified inequality and those who worked towards reform during this time. One of the prominent themes was the clash between social Darwinism and the need for reform. While social Darwinism promoted the idea of survival of the fittest and believed the wealthy were superior, there were also movements that recognized the flaws and inequalities in society and fought for change. Another theme was the role of immigrant labor and their resistance to harsh working conditions. As the number of immigrants grew, they faced exploitation and discrimination, leading to the formation of unions and, ultimately, landmark reforms in the labor sector. Furthermore, this era marked the beginning of modern American society with the rise of new industries and technology. This caused significant changes in family dynamics, work culture, and social hierarchies. These themes in industrial America played a crucial role in shaping the social, political, and economic landscape of the United States. It is important to understand and reflect on these themes as we strive towards a more equitable future. This presentation has explored the history of America from 1877 to the present. The period of Reconstruction and the Gilded Age were discussed, and their impact on shaping America today. The images on this slide show the various perspectives and wealth of information available on this time in American history. These books tell the story of a nation that was torn apart by the Civil War, but ultimately united in its pursuit of industrial and economic power. The assigned chapters for this presentation highlight the division, corruption, and inequality that characterized the post-Civil War era. However, it also saw the emergence of reform movements and cultural shifts that influenced the modern American identity. The Reconstruction period laid the foundation for ongoing civil rights battles. It was a time of struggle and progress, as the nation grappled with issues of race, equality, and justice. The Gilded Age demonstrated the positive and negative aspects of capitalism. It was a period of great wealth and progress, but also highlighted the presence of powerful monopolies and dangerous working conditions for many Americans. The industrial era that emerged from this period played a crucial role in shaping the modern American identity. As we come to the end of this presentation, it is important to reflect on how these chapters have provided us with a deeper understanding of our nation's history and the challenges we continue to face. Thank you for your attention, and we will now move on to the conclusion of this presentation. Slide number 10 presents the sources for this presentation, named Reading Reconstruction to Gilded Age. This presentation is based on information from the American Yawp, Volume 2. For further information on this topic, the website www.americanyawp.com provides valuable resources. The book, titled The American Yawp, Volume 2, since 1877, was edited by Joseph L. Locke and Ben Wright, and published by Stanford University Press in 2019, under the CC BY Say4 license. The American Yawp is a free, online American history textbook covering topics from pre-Columbian America to the present day. We highly recommend visiting their website to learn more about American history. That concludes our presentation. Welcome, viewers, to slide number 11 of our presentation on American history 1877 present. For our final slide, we would like to bring your attention to the disclaimer for educational use and PowerPoint presentation rendering. Throughout this presentation, we've discussed the content, tools, and features offered on our platform, Automate, Video, which are all intended for educational and informational purposes. Our aim is to assist users in creating and delivering engaging PowerPoint presentations. However, we want to remind you that the information provided on our site is not intended for commercial, professional, or any unauthorized purposes. We strictly prohibit the use of our services for non-educational purposes. In addition, the content available on our platform is not meant to serve as professional, academic, or legal advice. If you require specific guidance for your educational or professional needs, we strongly suggest consulting an appropriate expert or instructor. We also want to remind our users that they are solely responsible for the content they create and deliver using Automate Video. We are not liable for any errors, omissions, or consequences resulting from the use of our tools or any PowerPoint presentations generated through our platform. Please note that our site may contain links to external websites or resources that are not controlled or operated by Automate Video. We want to make it clear that we are not responsible for the content or practices of these third-party sites, and including these links does not imply endorsement. Lastly, we would like to clarify that while we strive to provide high-quality services for PowerPoint presentation rendering, we do not make any guarantees about the completeness, reliability, or effectiveness of the information or content on our site. We thank you for joining us for this training video on American history 1877 present, and we hope you have gained valuable insights and enjoyed learning about this significant period in American history. Thank you for your attention.